Mustard Knuckle.
Hello everybody, Mustard Knuckle back again, heading out in the Yag 10, I don't know, Yag, I'll just say Yag 10, it's a truck, it's got a gun, that's about it, that's the end of the video. We will talk about, let's see, the gameplay in this one, some ideas for what to think about when you're in one of these open, flatbed, useless, unarmored things. Which the gun's cool, but well, what's cool about the gun is it's a 76mm, so you get the idea of the size of a 76mm gun and how in the world do they fit it in a tank, you know? Pretty crazy. So they had this gun, they needed a way to get it moving around. This is like the standard problem of a gun, is how do we get it, or a cannon, how do we get it where it needs to be? Like, we can put it in a tank, but that takes a long time to build and takes a lot of material, metal and engines and power and all that stuff. Then you gotta train guys, because driving a tank isn't like driving a truck. It's a little different. Well, it's probably very different. I don't know, I've never driven a tank. I've driven a car, you know, pickup truck. Never driven a truck like this. Well, I drove a U-Haul, so, you know, maybe it's something like that. So, here's a guy. How is he getting that far? And there's guys right down there. Let's see here. Don't worry, I'll do it. Just kidding. So, anyway, don't have to train a guy to drive it. Like, it's driving a truck. He can handle that. And now we have a way to get this big gun out there. There's no protection, though. So, in the game, you can't hide it very well. You're just kind of there. Oh, I knocked down a tree. You're kind of out there. What you can do is try to, well, like kind of like what I was doing there, is I was trying to stay low and make sure they couldn't get me with their guns. That's the biggest thing, because they can just light this thing up with their 50 caliber guns, or even what, 7.62. Any kind of gun. If they had a handgun, it would kill my guys. So we got to keep it down and hidden as much as possible so that they can't get their guns on you. Oh, and here's a gun. I got this thing, that Italian gun thing that I just shot. I think I gotta give that thing a whirl. I was gonna say give it a shot, but that'd be a little too much punning. Let's see. No, fly in a straight line, they'll never get you. Jeez. Okay. So, on with the Yag 10. Good gun. It's a very good gun. As it basically ricochets. Pretty good gun. Pretty quick reload. I'm betting, being out on a truck like this, they could probably reload it faster than a tank. And again, they didn't need to have necessarily the amount of training and everything else to how to manipulate and move all those things inside of a tank. So the main point here is you got a gun, you need to get it out into the field. What's the fastest way to do that? Put it on a truck. Oh, there's a guy back here. So now we got to use our wheels. This thing's slow at turning. It's all manual, so we got to use our wheels on the truck to get that gun turned onto target here. Let's see here. Still can't get this guy. I don't know where he is. He's got a good spot. So that's what they did. It's similar to like the Germans with the Dicker Max. They had those big guns that, well, they only made 2 of those, but down to the Nashorn, they had that 88mm gun, so they built those to get the big gun out on the front. Didn't put a lot of work into, see how good, it really is a good gun on this. We just got to worry about getting shot at. So when we're using it, rocks and things like that, I mean, I'm not in a good spot. This is not generally what you want to do. The only thing that's good about this spot is that it's low. But if planes come, I'm out in the open and I don't have much cover. The problem is with a wheeled vehicle, you can't do a lot as far as going up hills and into any real terrain. You'll just get stuck. So that's kind of the challenge using something like this. Number one, it's open. Number two, you can't really get into any serious terrain because you're driving with wheels and tires instead of tracks. The Yag 10, they actually built between 300 and 400 of these. And interestingly, back then, the Allied forces if you go look at the Allied forces in Europe in World War II, or maybe just overall, it's interesting who the Allies were. The Soviets, the Americans, British, French, you know, all them were all allies. Look at that guy. Not quite. Not so much anymore. Things have changed. Even though they were allies, they didn't really agree on how they were going to do things, you know, but luckily everything still worked out. They shared technologies and things like that. And one of the things they shared technology on was with this truck. There's American designed stuff in this truck. The transmission was an American design that then, as the Soviets and Russians became so good at, they created their own version of it. Man, I can't. I feel like I should be hitting these guys, but I'm not. Oh well. So they made their own version of the transmission. The suspension on the vehicle was an American design and incorporated onto their vehicle. This thing had 95 horsepower, 4-speed transmission, basically a flatbed truck, and they put this 76mm gun on it to get it out where they could actually try to use it. Let's see. Nope. Man, not much. And this is, like I said, I mean, this is the challenge of using a vehicle like this. We really cannot run in there. We can't. I mean, unless you just want your game to end quick, and that's not very fun. Cool. So we got to get A here. That one guy was sitting down there and nobody was going because of one guy. Kind of a benefit of sitting out farther is you don't necessarily get as much attention as somebody else might get. Nice. Like those guys farther up, that he was looking at those guys. He wasn't looking at me, and then all of a sudden this shot comes from farther across the map, and that's what takes him out. So it's kind of a benefit if you can find a good spot. Really, I think in an urban setting with the buildings and everything, if you could find a nice window to shoot through, this might work out pretty well. It's like, yeah, I was about to say, there's somebody down there. Let's see here. I gotta figure out how. Okay, maybe I can shoot between these guys. There we go. Shoot right in. Oh. Now, relatively fast reload for a 76mm gun. Got it. One more. Here we go. Come on. This will be the one. This will be. Uh-oh. Not enough practice. If I knew this gun better, I probably would have been able to take that, or get that shot at least. I took it. Didn't have any success with it, but let's see here. There's somebody else down here. Yeah, there's somebody. Here he is. Alright, cool. Alright, that'll help. Hopefully somebody can get him now that he can't turn. Oh, there's another guy. Okay, reload. Nope. Too bad. Oh, maybe. Ah. Oh well. So, you know, possibly in an urban setting, you could, you know, find a window to shoot through. There we go. Sort of like that. You know, just a narrow window where, you know, oh my gosh, I got lucky there. He was a little low. But you see the danger. I mean, he took out 2 of my guys on not really a great pass. That kind of looked like one of my passes where I just kind of spray all over the area and get a couple guys, and that's about it. I'm pretty happy with this, though. It's hard to survive a game in this with airplanes and everything else. Oh, cool. That guy helped me out. You know, I mean, we've been getting shot at. Uh-oh. Okay, now he's over there. I need to get in the rocks here. I need to try to get some cover. We got A back, so that's good. Alright, so I'm going to try to get up to these rocks and see how poorly this does going uphill. Okay, there's that guy. Oh, here's my guy. And all I got is this. I got to shoot at him. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. That never works for me. Wow. Alright. Well, it's an anti-aircraft gun, apparently. Except we lost most of our crew. Less than ideal. But, wow. Okay, cool. Well, that probably saved me, honestly. He was... I mean, I think I got one guy left down there, so... Okay, we got 9 not-so-great bombs. We'll just put these across here. Maybe I'll I'm just going to try to get to... Those other guys are moving, so there's no way I won't be able to tell where they are. So I'm not going to drop all those right away. Let's drop a couple. Alright. Now remember, when you're in a bomber, the higher you can drop these bombs from, like if you're in something that has good bombs, like a Dornier, like a DO-217 or something like that, drop them from high, and when they hit, they blow up right when they hit. If you dive down like this, not so much. Oh, now I can't drop them. Because they're going to sit in the ground now for a minute, and this guy, he can drive away or whatever. So not necessarily the best way. I'm going to try to flatten out here. Ah, shoot. Ran out of time. Alright, let's see. Well, this game's almost over. Yag 10, truck with a gun. Watch out for him. Super easy to kill. If you can just get in a plane or use your machine guns, you can take him out super easy. Wait for him to shoot. You got about 6 seconds or so, and then you can take your shots on him, and that's the end of that. Good game. Game over. Now let's look at the... oh, I didn't realize I got 5 kills. 3 assists. Cool. And a plane. Mustard method. Let's see. How many guys on their team had 0 or 1 kill, and how many guys on our team had 0 or 1 kill? Whoever had less players with 0 or 1 is the team that wins. Almost all the time. Let's see. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 to 5. We win. We had less guys with 0 or 1 kill. Anyway, Yag 10. That's about it. Probably never see this again. Hope you enjoyed the video. Good luck. Have fun. See you in the next one.